Hello guys, welcome back. Sorry I'm late. I have had some technical problems. We have a PC. Oh my gosh. You can tell I have kids. My pants are full of just random food. So my art room is an absolute mess. I do apologise in advance. We have been trying to put a new PC in. We bought a monitor today for our big PC. And it turns out it doesn't want to work. So I'm stuck with the laptop still. So everything, my whole craft room has been pulled apart. But I have gone shopping today and bought some more stuff for our store as well. So we do have the green icy pole holders are back, the ones that you can personalise. And when you spend over $50, it's free shipping Australia-wide. And we do ship it internationally as well, so nobody misses out on that one. I am just running so bloody late today. And everything is up in the air. So we are making orders today. We do have lots of new things coming as well. I'll give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. We have lots of Harry Potter stuff. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to make with them, but you will find out very soon because I have to make a heap of stuff with it. And then chuck it on our website and show you guys. So that's super exciting as well. So don't mind me, I am just moving stuff around back to where everything was. I hope you've all had a great day today. It is Are You OK Day today as well, so I hope you are all mentally okay, and if not, don't be afraid to talk to someone about it as well. Super important. It is okay not to be okay and have those feelings as well. So I'm a huge advocate for that. And I actually had my first therapy session back today as well. So what a day to have that on. So we are making orders as they come in. I am missing my mouse. I don't know where my mouse has gone. Yes, we're going to jump head first straight into it, guys. We are making orders that come through on the website. We do have Afterpay as well, which is a huge bonus. I'll put that around so you guys can actually read it. How do I do that? Mirror video. There it is. I knew it was there. Not weak to speak. Exactly. Not weak to speak at all. If anything, I am probably one of those people that overshare just because I want people to know that it is okay to be open and share those feelings and seeking help as well, which is a huge part of getting better. You have to be prepared to get some professional help, which is amazing. I have a great therapist. And I just started seeing him again today, and it has been a really good day. Although I have had about 3 coffees today, and I usually have one every few days. So ready to go for our live. Love my order. Oh, which order? Yeah, I was going to change around the whole craft room so that my computer was going to be in the corner and I was going to have my phone there and you guys could see all of this. But it's kind of stuck here at the moment. So hopefully that gets a little bit better. My ring light's kind of flashing a little bit. It took me 3 months to get out, to reach out. Yes, I waited until breaking point and I actually ended up in hospital. So it's very important that you see the signs. Also in your friends, if you know what signs to look for, like disconnecting, not really wanting to go out with plans. Or go through with plans, which is all super important things. You got to have a really keen eye for it. My mouse isn't. There we go. Alrighty, so let's get down to business. I do have an order that I have to email off. But like I said, my computer, my PC is not working. My laptop is full memory, so it's not trying to do anything. Trying to avoid everything, so it's just one of those days. WA just had the icy pole things. Who's that? That's awesome. Lots of people are selling them. I actually bought more today. So we do have the green bag. I don't know where my husband has put the bag, but I bought a massive bag today of stuff. It's really weird. I don't know where he's put it. I'm going to have to go hunt for that later. But I've already updated it on the website as well. All the new stuff that we have coming in. We are making more stuff ready for next week. We're going to be dropping a huge bundle deal. So that is coming next week as well. So make sure you're following us on our socials to see that. There we go. What is going on here? And I haven't updated our YouTube videos because I'm out of memory on my Mac. So, yes. Yes, I do. I know people through other people. It's really great. We have a really tight-knit community here in Australia. It's awesome. So I'm just checking my YouTube videos. I'm just quickly checking the socials, making sure that they're all going okay, no problems. Let me close that off. And I did have an order come through earlier today for our thank you cards, our small business ones. We do them as physical ones and we do them as digital downloads as well, guys. So I just have to email that off. I think it's because I have so much thread and vinyl on here. It's the sensor's not really picking up that it's moving. So let's get that sent off, guys. It is from the Google Drive that I send them off as a link, and then you are free to download them, use them for whatever you like. My computer is just being very slow. It's just one of those days. Okay, let's see what size she wanted. 9.4 by 5.8 centimeters. Because I do them in different sizes. So 9.4 by 5.8. Just because some people like the bigger ones, some people like the smaller, like business card ones. So eating yeah, so she's actually one of my best friends. She was crocheting in her car and she was like, oh, you know, make sure you bring your crochet things when you're waiting around. And I was like, I wish I could bring my sewing machine in the car. And so she was like, oh, that would be great to see or something. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do it. I've had coffee, I'm gonna do it. So I took it as a challenge. But my dog thought I was on crack or something because he was just watching me like, what are you doing, you strange woman? So it was pretty funny. I had a good laugh, but I then had to carry my sewing machine back inside. So it was very short-lived, but it was great. So I stir her up sometimes. Beautiful. So copying that link over. Calling now. Oh, what am I doing? I'm like copy and pasting that when I should be copy and pasting her email, because that's how we receive it. It's not an instant download like Etsy, but we do sell them on Etsy as well. So these are like personalized emails, so I actually have to go on my account, get the link and send it off to you, which is awesome because you guys get that you know, one-on-one, and if there's any problems you can always message me or email me back, and it's met straight away. Beautiful. So I am just emailing her now. We will be making orders as they come through as well, guys. So make sure you're using that discount code. And when you spend over $50, you get free shipping Australia-wide. The reason I do it on the iDrive is so that it's not, I don't know, like the quality is a lot better. I can upload it in its quality, whereas emails sometimes compress them. Like they're usually like, oh, it's too big, do you want to make it a small size? So that's why I do the link to the iDrive. I always call it iDrive. I get iCloud and Google Drive mixed up. send that one off and then see if any more orders come through. Copy that link over. Oh, now the thing's working again. My mouse is having a bit of trouble. I've got lots of fibre on my desk from sewing, which I haven't done any sewing today, guys. I have left everything from last night for today, because I said I'd do it on live. Plus, I've been out all day shopping. Like I said, I bought a new desktop like monitor for our big PC, so I can use that. But it seems that our PC tower itself is broken. So I'm getting my husband to message all his nerdy friends and be like, you know, what's going on? So that's why I'm in a bit of a frantic whirlwind at the moment. Okay, so I'm just emailing off our thank you business cards as the digital download. Off to Colleen now. We do a heap of different digital downloads as well, guys, so check them out. Beautiful. So that is all sent off, so it's super easy. It's just a link. I just put in a personal thank you. Everyone's messaging me now. This always happens every time I come on my lives. It seems to be everyone is messaging, doing stuff. So yes, so that is complete. Mark as completed. So she should get a text message or an email to notify her that has been done and completed. Sorry, I'm missing you guys. iPhone and phone mixed up. Oh man, there is just so many names that sound the same, and when my brain is a lot faster than my mouth is, so that when I talk and the words actually come out, it's kind of like word vomit. It's just letters that don't go there and backwards, and it's quite funny. Usually I have to like sit there, collect myself, and then process it, because I'm a super excitable person. So that is all done. I have also got more vinyl to show you guys that I just bought today from Rainbow Vinyl Co. Oh, but that's in the bag that my husband has made. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can find this bag of super important vinyl. Here it is. It's hiding. So that's going to be more colours for our personalised items. Some of them are heat transfer ones, so the ones that you use on fabric, or this journal as well. It's linen fabric, so it can be used on that. So I got more icy pole holders as well, because I know these pink ones are really popular. They're called hot pink, but I think on the website they're magenta. I got some more stubby coolers. You guys were saying yesterday about them. So I got some green ones, and I got more green icy pole holders as well, because we ran out and they finally got stock in. I would buy them from other places, but I like to support them. They're another small local business, but they are doing an amazing job. They have so much stock now. I haven't been there in almost a year, and I went back and they've just expanded, and they have so much more variety. So I recommend checking them out. They're Rainbow Vinyl Co. in Carlisle and Malaga. So I got some more black ones and some blue ones. So I'm going to make some designs to put on those for the website. I actually won these as well, because when you spend $80 there, they let you spin a wheel. And I got apparently the one item that is like super expensive. So this is Ultraleaf Gold permanent adhesive. I'm actually scared to use it, but look how amazing that is. I don't know what I'd use it for. I think it would be something like as a gift for someone I know. Like it just looks so pretty. And then I got this for free as well, the 14K gold. So that's an iron-on, heat transfer. And I already have heaps of this, and I was like, oh, I'll just grab more. And I got more colours, so I got some glow-in-the-dark stuff. I thought that would be cool. I got the bigger aqua one because I only had a small sheet. So I've got a roll. These are 1 metre rolls as well, guys. They do have an online shop as well. We got some neon green as well because I didn't have any, and I got some hot pink because I love hot pink and green, if you can't tell. I've finally got the dark grey ready for that money box that I can finish off for my friend's son. So we'll probably do that today as well. And then I got this one. Oh, no, I got 2 different ones. I was like, I swear I bought 2 of these. It's hiding. So this one is a disco blue. This is a heat transfer one. So you can just put this on like bags, and it's a different colour on each different fabric that you put it on. It's really cool. They were telling me about it, and I'm super excited to test try it out. And then this one is a permanent one, I believe. Yeah, permanent adhesive. And it reminds me of mermaids, so I was really excited to get that one. So I'm going to put these where they are meant to go right here. So I already have a big glitter collection. But those will be on our website soon as well. I'll probably update it today, or tonight I should say. And we've got the heat transfer and the disco blue. Looks really cool. It's kind of like this one when it's on fabric, but it's just the heat transfer version. And then I'm also finishing up those Harry Potter pouches as well. Down here. Don't mind me, guys, just forgetting where everything is. No, not that one. I have different drawers for different colours, so that I know where everything is. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Oh, this as well. Just when I think I've done it all. I think it was really cool that they did that winning thing. I wasn't expecting it because I didn't do it last time, so I was super excited. I was like, whoa. And then I won the best prize that they had on the spinning wheel, so I was like, okay, I'm definitely coming back again. And I only went in for 1 item, and then I was like, oh, you have all this as well. I may as well grab those. So we got a heap of the green ones. They're $5.50 on our website, guys, so check them out. They've just come in. And I've updated them on the website as well. So we've got 10 of those, because I know some of you guys were waiting on the green to come in. So it's here now. So check out the website, get your personalised goodies. And we've got the magenta, or hot pink I call it. It's really cute. So we do already have some here, but I've been selling more of it than usual. So I was like, I may as well grab some more while I'm here. Or else I will be coming back every 2 weeks. So it's really good to stock up. I'm going to need a bigger container than this, I think. It's getting quite heavy, and my stubby holders need their own little box now that I've got more. Alright, let me just make this a little bit neater. Got the whole rainbow here, guys. It's awesome. Alright, just moving it around. How cool is that? These are all the different colours of ice pole holders we have on our website, guys. So you can actually get your name put on them. You can get someone else's name. You can have it in glitter. You can have it in normal writing. And you can buy as many as you want. They're perfect for Christmas as well. So if you're trying to get in earlier, I really recommend it. Last Christmas I made them all for my nieces, nephews and cousins, and I actually filled up the insides of the ice pole holder with lollies, so that makes a really good gift if you're buying for a lot of kids in one go, or just doing stocking fillers or birthday presents, or just getting ready for summer. So they are really cool. I'll leave them here so everyone can see them. Now I need to find a container for all my stubby holders. I'm usually the container lady. I always have containers, except I'm gonna go get one. I think I know the perfect one to get. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, this one's probably too big, but over time I will be buying more stock to fill it up with. Just because this takes up so much space in my kitchen cupboard. So these aren't on our website yet, but they are available for custom order, so I can give you a quote. Or you can, I will be getting designs up very soon. So I'm trying to put them all the right way. How has everyone's Are You Okay Day been? It's been a great day for me. I got out of the house and went to therapy, and actually these are perfect. They fit 2 rows really snug. And it was in the city as well, so I got out of the house, which is always nice, and I was kid-free. I was in my zone. Beautiful. So we have blue, green, and pink of the stubby holders, and we've got a heap of black as well. So let's go with that one. This receipt can go away. I spent over $200 today on fabric, guys. Yes, I spent so much money today on just fabric. It was crazy. So let me put this receipt away. I really can't wait till we get the PC set up, guys, so that you guys can see my entire workstation, what I'm working with. Okay. So I think while we wait for orders to come in, oh, I got some free elastic bands. Cool bananas. Not elastic, rubber bands. And a bag. The good old Woolies plastic bags for you. I've made a list for today as well. Yes, I got to recount my scrunchies because I made more than what I put on the website. So I've got to change that up. And we do have bookmarks as well now, guys. So there is a heap of new stuff. I know, I have so many. I feel like the Little Mermaid. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? I could probably become my own store. I think I shocked the dude at Rainbow Vinyl Co. I've forgotten his name because it's been so long. Because last time I went, I was like, oh yeah, I do this as a hobby. I'm just starting out. And then I started spending more and more money. And then I stopped going for a little while because I have all this vinyl and all these ice pole holders and fabrics. I have everything I need. But with restocking and getting more variety in for everyone, I really had to go back. And it was amazing. They've progressed as a business as well. They've got a whole showroom now that you can walk in, walk around, have a look. And they have a heap of like blanks as well. So you're buying your icy poles. And they have the glues if you want to do Diamantes on stuff. The E6000 I think it's called. Oh my god, guys, that fits perfectly side by side on my shelf. Oh, this is my attempt at crochet. I'll show you. Well, late night crochet, I should say. And I did this like a week ago because I've been so busy with work. So that's a little chain thing I got going on. I'm learning about tension and trying to get a rhythm going, so it looks a little bit funky, but it's getting there. But yeah, I went back there and I was like, oh yeah, I've got a business now, you know, I'm getting lots of orders, and we ship worldwide, and he was just blown away, and I was blown away how much they've done and progressed. And it's just really good, the amount of love that Australian businesses, well, small businesses especially, show each other is amazing. My hard drive isn't connecting and it's got everything on there. Computers today, they are just not wanting to work, and I honestly do not blame them. Gonna be a crazy day, guys. Right, so I was making these last night with you. I made some scrunchies, which I have taken photos of them. I've just got to put them on the website, but I've got something I have planned for these. And if you remember last night, then you'll remember well, that's coming soon. So I have the Slytherin and the, what was this one? Gryffindor, that's right. I always get the names mixed up. So I have these coming, but there's going to be a very special launch with these. It's not just going to be scrunchies. So we've also got the pouches. So last night I was up to sewing the zip and then sewing the outside and the inside together to make the pouch. So I got that one in Gryffindor and Slytherin. And I'm actually, so this is what I spent over $200 on today. I have all the other houses, and I have that Angelica fabric as well, because you guys are wanting it in almost everything that I have, and wanting coin purses and bags. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy a few meters of that, because better safe than sorry. And I got more of the Gryffindor and Slytherin ones as well, because you can never have too much. I got yellow for the insides for some of them, and I got Ravenclaw, and I got the Hufflepuff as well. So there's going to be new things coming with these, guys. I hope you're really excited, because I am. I just need the time, because my kids are in daycare this week again, because usually they're sick. I love the way that they fold them. They're just so neat. But yes, I'm really excited to just get in a routine and just get making. I'm so excited. Right, so that can go over there while we finish this. Now let's see what is going on with my hard drive, because I cannot work without my hard drive. Oh, ring light went off. There we go. I got one of these multiple USB things, because my computer only has 2 USB slots, so I was like, I need more than 2. But if this isn't, oh, okay, it's connected again apparently. As orders come through, guys, we will hear the ding on the iPad, so I am notified straight away as soon as it comes in. No orders will be missed. So let's have a look at our website as well, make sure that that is all up and ready to go. If you spend $50 as well, guys, on our website, it is free delivery Australia-wide. Got hair tickling me there. Beautiful. So we've done our digital one. That is all sent off. Why is this not connecting? Don't mind me, guys. I am having lots of computer troubles today. Okay, this isn't... I hope this hasn't been corrupted, because I will probably cry. Let's put it into the main computer and see what it does. Yes, we're making orders. Don't mind me, I'm just checking my trolley is here so I can put my laptop on it so I can use the sewing machine. So I was just saying earlier, actually, it's Thursday. It's a good enough excuse. It's late night trading tonight. We're taking that in, which is always my excuse. But yes, they are actually going to come out in a special release. So I've got some things in the works. After last night's live, I was like, you know what, I'm going to brainstorm the absolute crap out of this, and I'm going to make a special release for it. So I don't know if it's going to take a week, if it's going to take a little more. I was going to put them straight on the website, but now I kind of have a little plan of how I want things to go, and it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I have a lot of things to make to prepare for it, and a lot of photos, and so I'm finding random rubbish around here. We've kind of moved everything around again. Yes, so I don't even know where this paperwork could go. Up here maybe. Yes, it's going to be a big launch. But let me know if you do want to get one, and I can do just a custom order for you of just that. But I do have, they're not on the website just yet, but you guys are like always there, so if you do want a custom one, let me know. I'm just not putting them on the website for everyone else yet, because I'm gonna do a big release of it. It's gonna be huge. I'm really excited. I hope it's one of those things. I feel like it's one of those things that will either make or break your business, because I spent over $200 on all that fabric. So I'm really, really excited. Reusable wipes, that is a beautiful question. Ugh, gotta spin this way. So, reusable wipes, we do a heap of them, and what they are, sorry, let me just grab my examples out here. So, reusable wipes are wipes that you do not need to dispose of. They can be used in your washing machine, in your dryer. If you're using them for the cloth nappies, you can also wash them when you wash the cloth nappies as well. So what they are, I have sensitive skin. I have really sensitive skin. My sons, I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they have really sensitive skin as well. So I made these like terry cloth and cotton reusable makeup wipes. So these are $8, and I do them in a heap of different designs. So these ones you can use to remove makeup. You can use them for anything. It's just they're the general size that your makeup wipes would be. So I've got a heap of different designs of those ones, and you can use them with your face wash. You can use them with makeup remover. You just chuck them in the washing machine afterwards. I prefer to use SARD, which is like a washing, I forget the words. It's something you put in your washing machine to remove stains. So that's what I would recommend if you're using them to remove makeup. Whereas our normal ones, I have a heap of different material just because everyone has different skin types and stuff. So I made these ones out of muslin. So that's 4-ply, and these are made out of muslin and terry cloth, and they're 2-ply, but they are thicker because the terry cloth ones. And these ones are $15 for a pack of 5. And you can use them in the shower, you can use them for babies, you can use them to clean up around the house. I started making them because of my skin and my son's skin. These ones are actually really good. These ones are flannelette, and they are the ones that I'd recommend for using with cloth nappies, because they're so tough. They're flannelette, so it washes out really easily. And they're warm as well, so it's not going to be too cold. My boys, whenever I change their nappies, I hate the wipes because it's so cold, the disposable ones, but the reusable ones they love. Because when I was learning to make these, I obviously made some, and they weren't perfect, so I was like, I'll keep these around the house, see what happens with them, because you got to test what you make. So I did that, and my boys are obsessed. They use it in the bath. They use it for teething as well. So you just wet them, or using them as a cold compress. So if they get a sore, what daycare usually do is they just put like a cold flannel on them. So you can use them as anything that you would use, either as a paper towel, a flannel, I don't know about tea towels, but I mean, you're more than welcome to try. You can use them on anything. They're just like they're like baby wipes. So I'm a mum. I use baby wipes to clean the counters, clean the babies, do their nappies, all that. So it's exactly what you'd use your other ones with. And you can use spray with these as well. So you can use, like, to clean your cupboard, you can use a spray and then wash it, and then you can use it as a bath cloth and then wash it, and you can use it as something else. So I do a heap of different designs. Like I said before, I'm a boy mum, so I have all these like tractors, dinosaurs, anything that's loud, I have because they help me choose these out as well. So we've got heaps of dinosaurs, we've got some foxes, and these are 2-ply, so they're 2 layers, and the design is on each side instead of getting like a design and then a plain side. We did it so you get the design on both, because they look much better. They look way better. And then we got like some pretty ones like the daisies and bunnies. We got some Australian ones, so the koalas. This one's available in green as well. I just don't have a sample one. And we got the feathers. For some reason the feathers are a lot softer than the other ones. I don't know what it is, but they're meant to all be the same. But for some reason the pink ones feel like one of those blankets that you wrap a newborn in when it's winter, and it's like a hug. It's all I can say. And I have so much of these as well. I made them in bulk when I first started, not realizing that I'm probably not going to sell a lot at the start and I should keep the fabric and make them as the orders come in. So I have so much. I'm not going to run out for a very, very long time. And if I do, well, then it's another excuse to go to the craft shop, I think. So yeah, that's what they do. They're like an all-in-one wipe for everything and everyone. Ah, thanks, Courtney. Yeah, I hope that helped you, Missy. It's yeah, it's an all-in-one. I love them. So I'm slowly putting all the rubbish in the bin that I'm finding. But yes, we are also making orders as they come through, guys. So we do the personalised stuff. We do a heap of personalised journals, so you get your name put on them. We do health trackers. We do these really cute, oh, not that one. That one's a sample. Like window clings as well. So you chuck them up on your window, and they're sun catchers, so they make a rainbow. I have put a few photos up on my socials as well of what they look like. I do them in a feminist pack as well, so they got all these quotes, really quirky quotes, and I do them in a dinosaur pack as well, which I'll show you now. I'll spin around. And I made them because my kids, like I said, I'm a boy mum, so everything is dinosaurs and anything loud. So they come in a pack of 12, so there's 4 medium-sized dinosaurs, 4 small, and 4 stars. So you get a little bit of everything. And I have just one on my window because my kids keep peeling them off because the couch is against the window. And I was like, oh, they're high enough. But no, they're monkeys. They climb everything. I feel a bit like a referee more than I am a mum or a lifeguard. So I have like one dinosaur left. I think it's the Diplodocus, if I'm saying that right. And that has 2 rainbows coming off it because I'll show you on this one actually, so you can get a close. Oh, this one. Okay, so this is a sample. So the letters, the name, because it's meant to say Fate loves the fearless. So fearless and Fate are the ones that you can change the colours for. All the rest stay white. So this is like a half done one. So when someone orders it in the colour that they want, I can just put that on there. But if you have a look, there's all these different, like they're kind of in different directions, so you get lots of different rainbows in your room. And I have them in the lounge room, so I have them like, I think there's some on the wall on the far side, there's some on the couch, and there's one on the floor as well, so they're just everywhere. And because that window does get a lot of sun, I've just dropped that, good job. It's, you know, a good part of the day is just rainbows in the lounge room. I need to get a photo of all of them up when my kids aren't home. And I do a lot of kids stuff as well, so like a lot of helpful parenting charts as well. So this one's like the how are you feeling? I do this in the blue as well, and these are laminated sheets, so my son likes to walk around with them and constantly go hungry, 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 and I'm like in the middle of helping his brother with something, and it's like, okay, so he loves it, and he did it at daycare today as well because they have one there. And it's got the coping mechanisms for when we have, like when we're upset or jealous or just not in a great mood. That does help a lot. My son likes to point out, 'cause sometimes he wants a hug and sometimes he does not want me even looking in his direction. So I'll be like, okay, do you want to draw? Do you want to go to the park? Or we can talk about our feelings. So that, it's a really good bridge. It's helped us be able to talk to him without him feeling like he's telling us his feelings, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like that bridge where we can just go to this and he feels like he's just doing something that's on there. It's really hard to explain, but in the moment it does help both of us. It's like okay, we just take a deep breath and we just go to the chart and do that. How do you connect the window cleans? Yes, so you just clean your window with some spray, and then you wet the window, spray window with water, and then you just put it on there. It doesn't have to be wet, but if you want to be able to move it to get it right, just spray the window, and then non-adhesive as well. So you can take them off, use them again, put them in different rooms. So if you don't get it in the perfect spot straight away, don't stress. You can peel it straight off, stick it back on because they're static, which is awesome because I think, like I said, my couch is against the window. So my kids keep peeling them off and like, oh, a dinosaur. And I'm like, no, put it back. I spent so long. Because when you have kids, the windows get dirty very fast. So I had to do it again. Great for rentals. Yeah, I'm in a rental and there is 3M tape and stuff that I can just quickly remove all over the house. It's really great. Even the child locks as well are 3M taped. And then there's different ones for like each emotion. There's some clouds. And so you can just get a whiteboard marker or a permanent marker as well because it's laminated. So you can just, if it's a whiteboard marker, you can just rub it off. So you can put your own ones in there. I did do ones with what we use. If you prefer those, let me know and I can send that to you if that will help you out. But I was like, oh, maybe people want to put their own ones, like what works for them in. So I was a bit more open-minded with that one. I do also do the small business laminated sheets as well. So I made these for me and then I was like, you know what? I'm friends with a lot of small businesses. They will probably want some as well. So you got your sales chart for all of Australia. So if you sell to like Victoria or WA or Northern Territory, you can put like each week, each month, how many sales you make in each one. And then there's some notes down there as well. New product ideas, because I am constantly coming up with new product ideas. I thought that would be a great one to chuck in there. Your scheduled posts, so you can plan them out. Again, these are laminated, so you can use your whiteboard marker, wipe them off afterwards. You got your social media monthly projections, so what you hope to achieve and what like actually happens and what you can do better next time as well. Like self-reflection and next month's goals. And then you've got your saving goals, which I should be using this one more because, like I said, I spent over $200 just on fabric today alone, not including everything else that I bought. That was just fabric, not including the vinyl or the blanks or anything like that. So this is like if you're saving up for big things. So for us it would be a till, so we can do market. So you'd put like, oh, market till $0 to however much it costs. So like $1,000 is the really good one. And then you can just color in how close you are to achieving that. And if like it's completely wipe offable as well, so you can change it. If you're like, oh, you know, I wanted to save up $1,000 for this, but now I have this, then you can do that one as well. And then when they're all on there, you can go, okay, well, maybe I want to work towards this one. So it's really great to be able to see what you're aiming for and what you're trying to reach. I find that I'm one of those people that learn from videos and stuff, whereas writing, I get very lost in it. So that's why I made that for myself, so I can keep track. And I also have a giant whiteboard. I made a video about it from Kmart behind me, and I put my sales on there, which we have had one sale today, which is awesome. Every sale is amazing. That noise, I swear I start like dreaming about hearing that noise or thinking I hear it, because when that I get an order, the iPad makes a little cha-ching noise, and sometimes I'm around the house and I'm like, is that an order? And it's not, it's like an advert on TV or something. So yesterday we had no orders, but that is okay because I got to show you guys those scrunchies that we're making and the Hogwarts pouches, which we're going to finish off tonight. And today is Are You OK Day as well, and I had a really good therapy session this morning, so I'm back and I'm very hopeful. And we've had one sale so far today, so I'm just going to chuck that on there. And it's really good as well because I put on there, if you're still on here, Sarah, as well, I've got on there that your live's tomorrow night, so it reminds me, just in case some reason I forget. And it's really important to keep track of like the Are You OK days, the book days, the book weeks. What else do I have on there? Business Women's Day as well. Apparently that's a thing. I thought, oh, that's great. I will have to do something about that. World Gratitude Day and World Coffee Day. Again, that one's for you, Sarah. When you said about the bookmark and then I heard about the coffee day, I was like, yeah, I definitely need to do something for that day. But there is just so much that comes up in 1 month, and it's good as well to track. I'll turn you guys around so you can track last month's sales as well. So it's a really cool whiteboard. I think it was about $13. Oh, sorry, my thing's not standing up properly. Anyway, this is it, and it comes with all these pens, which are really helpful. You can put in what day or date it is, and then I've got my sales as well up here, and at the very top you can put what month, and last month's sales and income. And then you got this corkboard one as well, so it's really good to put up photos or bookmarks, which we sell, or thank you cards and stuff like that. So it's really an all-in-one. Apologies, my dinner is trying to tell me it's still there. So let me just make sure that these files have gone over. I don't think they have. Okay. I was transferring documents because, like I said before, my computer is out of memory and there is absolutely nothing. I can't transfer anything. I can't download the videos to put on YouTube, because I do put up the TikTok lives onto YouTube as well, guys, and I do tutorials on there. So I'm just trying to copy everything over to my hard drive so that I can actually download more stuff. But it's just been very funny at the moment. So let me move these scrunchies out of the way. I'm so excited for these guys. I'm so excited that you guys are excited as well. So pouches, what else did we have to make? The money box as well. I had to finish making that one, so that's using the Cricut machine as well. So if you're new to using the Cricut machine or just want to learn, I will be doing that tonight as well. But as our orders come through, they will take priority, so you'll see them made live. And when you spend $50, it's free shipping Australia wide as well, and $50 gets you a lot on our website, just because we know how hard it is with the cost of living at the moment. So we are just doing that. I got 2 water bottles in here. That's how thirsty I am. But yes, we do also ship worldwide, to anywhere. And if for some reason your country's like it's saying, oh, we don't ship there, let me know. Send me an email, chuck me a message so I can check, because sometimes it does that, and it's just a setting I have to change. Because when I was putting in all the countries, like there is a lot of countries that you can ship to, but not all of them. So this is going to take a while. Let's just move this out of the way without pulling the hard drive out. Because I've been trying to do it and the hard drive keeps coming out. Got some transfer tape there. So, how is everyone? I hope everyone's ready for the weekend. It's Thursday. I love how I had to check what day it was. They all kind of merge once my kids go into daycare. It goes so fast. Okay, so here's the sewing machine. Now let me rig it all up with all the plugs and pedals and stuff. I made a funny video using my sewing machine, guys, as well. It's on my TikTok, so check it out if you want to have a good little laugh. But yes, as orders come through, we will be making them. And we do accept Afterpay as well. My cables are tangled. It's very quiet. Oh, I'm not playing my music. I was like, why is it so quiet? I usually have music playing to drown out my voice so my boys don't hear me when they sleep. Oh, thank you so much for the tiny dinosaur. Yay! That's awesome. Yes, I usually have that on to drown out my voice because they can hear me. We're in a very small 3x1 rental. And they can hear me very, very clearly some nights. Plus, I want it to drown out when I'm saying how much I've spent so my husband doesn't hear me, even though he has access, but I like to the cards. Guys, I completely forgot. I was playing the Wiggles today when I was coming back from daycare, and it's just come up on my Spotify. Alright, let's do some fruit salad. You know what? I could do the original fruit salad as well, guys. Like the Greg, Anthony, Murray and Jeff. They were like my age when they recorded that, and it feels so weird because I was so little. And I'm like, no, surely they weren't my age. Like, they were adults, and then I forget that I'm an adult. There we go. It's transferring. Beautiful. So, we are going to be pinning the zips to the pouches. Thanks, guys, for the likes. Sorry, that's my titter again. Jeez. So we're going to be attaching the zip, so that is the center of it. And then when we've attached the zip, we will be connecting the outside together and then the inside, but we're going to leave a little hole on the inside lining. Sorry, my mirror's, it's mirrored on here. And so that we can flip it through and then sew that little hole and iron everything, make it all neat. What did I have for dinner? Not a lot. My kids ate off my plate, so it was like a little bit of steak and I think I had one of those, I had one of those Hawaiian rolls that you get from the shops because I just gave up. My boys were eating off my plate, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to grab my own food and hide in the kitchen and eat where they can't find me. That's all I do now. I don't get a chance to eat, and I look like a mum that eats, but believe it or not, I forget to snack or eat when they're here. Or when they're not here, I should say. When they're at daycare. And I wish I went to the Wiggles concert when they came back and did the adults concert. That would have been awesome. Some nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, guys, we do the Rugrats stuff. Kid life, yes. Hashtag kid life. That's me. Before I had this business, if you asked me what I did for fun or enjoyed doing, it would have been, I don't know, I'm a mum, like I enjoy being a mum, but my God, it is hard. And you lose a lot of your identity and who you are and what you enjoy because you're so busy being wrapped up in their lives and their hobbies and trying to get them to enjoy stuff, and you lose so much of yourself. So it's really good to have this business so I can get my creativeness out, and it's made it a lot better for my brain to function, believe it or not. My old therapist, I know I go through therapists very fast. The Australian health system just kind of crazy around a little bit, but she was like, this business is probably the best thing for me because I'm one of those people that don't stop thinking about things and coming up with ideas. So it was more negative when I had kids, like when I wasn't doing this and it was just about the kids. I was like, okay, overthinking stuff, whereas now I can overthink about the business and ideas and put it to a more positive thing, I suppose. Speaking of Are You Okay Day, that's my little story of things that I find helpful. So I'm just pinning this zip. I think this pin's blunt. Yeah, this pin's blunt. Put that there. Oh, you guys can't even see. Let me spin yours around. What song is this? Are we still listening to the Wiggles? Yes. Okay, let's put on my music. Oh, there you go. Christina Aguilera and Demi Lovato. Love this song. Okay, so I'm just lining it up so that the gap in here matches with the zip. Because if you've ever had a zip on anything, which you most probably have, it gets snagged on stuff. So I'm trying to line it up so it doesn't snag or get caught on if you're not up with the Australian lingo. So I'm going to pin it where I want it placed, and then I'm going to do a few test zips up and down, making sure that it's not getting stuck to anything, which is really important because if it gets snagged and you've sewn it, you're going to have to unpick it. So undo all the work you've done, and it's just a very long process. If you've seen me unpick stuff, which I have done a few times on the lives, so I'm like, oh, it's not really how I wanted it. It's a long, drawn-out process. And it's draining. It's very, very draining. So we are making orders, guys, as they come through. So keep them coming. It honestly depends how many orders come in, depends how much we're going to get through this today. But I usually record them anyway and chuck them up on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, just everywhere. I post it everywhere. I'm one of those people, I'm just like, I gotta post it on everything so I know all bases are hit and people are gonna see it that want to see it. So it's important to sew the zip first and then sew around it, because there's extra little bits that you want to be sewn in place, and because I think it's just much easier if you sew the zip first rather than turning everything inside out, and then it's just not a great experience. I've never done it, but I could imagine it would not be fun. But yes, okay, so that is how I want it. So we're going to do a few practice zips up and down. Make sure it's not getting snagged on anything. And one more for good measure. That is perfect. Okay, let's do this one as well so I can sew them one after the other. Oh, this was the blood one. I'll put this up here. So, right. Got a huge migraine today, actually. I should probably turn that down. I'm missing my zip for this one. It's a black zip as well, so it's probably in plain sight, but my desk is black. Just check it's not under anything. Oh, I always do this. I swear I stuck it on there last night. I think I had to unpick it for some reason. Let me have a look if it's over here. No. Okay. Oh my god. It's on my lap. Alright. My brain is not functioning properly. Now let's do this one as well. So these aren't on our website yet, guys. These are going to have a very, very, very special launch. So make sure you're following our socials if you love Hogwarts and all things Harry Potter, because there is lots coming. I may do a live tomorrow during the day as well. It is my husband's day off, so we usually spend the day together, but we have lots of work to get done tomorrow, so I may or may not. He's a bit camera shy, so he probably won't want me to do a live with him here, but we're going to be doing a lot of that surprise launch I was telling you about that is coming, and it has to do with Harry Potter. And you guys know before any of the other social media people know, so it's exciting, you're VIP. Okay. Make sure you guys are using that 10% discount code as well at the checkout to get that extra savings. I see those videos of people becoming famous like overnight, where they wake up to orders. And that's like what I hope for some mornings. I'm like, okay, I check my phone. But it is such a hard gig out here. There is a lot of us crafty people that are putting our skills to use, which is awesome. And there's room for everyone because there's so many different ways you can be crafty as well. And I love it. I love chatting with you guys. and seeing what things you guys are up to. It's a beautiful thing creativity is. Alrighty, let's practice zip this one as well. Alrighty. Oh, everyone's messaging me again. Every live. I'm not this popular normally, guys. I think everyone is just awake. Oh, that was a bit tough. Let me try that again. It might have just been because it's the first time it's been, yeah. So sometimes when it's the first time it's been zipped, it does that. I am happy with that. Beautiful. We'll soon find out anyway, because it was so horribly wrong. So I may actually, after I've sewn the zip on this one, I may just follow through with the rest of it, just because I am using a greenish blue thread, whereas if I do it with the red, it's going to stand out. So I will change it to a red thread when I do this one. So lots of Harry Potter stuff, guys. Super exciting. Woohoo! Let's get to it. Pop to it. Is that the same? I don't even know anymore. I'm not all that hip hop happening anymore. Okay, so I'm going to remove this pin. And these zips are perfect because they're plastic. You can sew right over them. And you can cut them as well, so I will be cutting it after I sew it, and I'll show you guys just how to do that, because it, metal zips you can't cut and you can't sew over. I mean, unless you're a very like professional person that can somehow do that, and I take my hats off to you. But otherwise it can be very tricky. What is my machine doing here? Okay, it's doing something really weird that I've actually never seen it do before. There's 2 threads. Okay, that was weird. There was 2 threads in the sewing thing, and it was just throwing me out in the needle. For some reason, I don't even know how that happened. Okay, so I'm just going to unpick that little bit there so it looks all even when it's done. So I just use this tool. It's got like a sharp middle part, and I just push it into the threads until it rips it up. So that's a seam ripper or thread ripper, or there's so many names for it, but usually it's a seam ripper because you're ripping a seam. Beautiful. I'm going to leave that out because I have a feeling I may need it again. And once it's in that drawer, it's usually quite hard to find, because it blends with everything else. Got some Beatles playing. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. That's much better. Only 1 thread. That's what we want, guys. Unzip, so move down. I've said this a few times. My feeding dogs, which are the things underneath the fabric that feed it through. I don't know why it's called feeding dogs. I think because it looks a bit like teeth. I have one that's broken, so when a piece of fabric goes through, I kind of have to overcompensate one side to push it through. So at the moment, because I have a zip in the middle and the zip is open, it's not feeding through. So what I do, if ever you have this trouble, what I do is I sew like one down, and then I move it manually a little bit when the needle's up, just a little bit, until it will latch on, and it will eventually latch on. It's just sometimes you need the first few ones to help it. So now it's doing it itself, but before I did have to do about 2 or 3, and then it started pushing it through on its own. So if ever you encounter that problem, do not stress. You do not have to stop. You just take your time, and it will still turn out amazing and perfect. Some machines have these quirky things, because this is an X display model from Maya, so I got it for a really good price, but one of the feeding dogs was broken. But I think when I do eventually get a new machine, because this one is unfortunately on its way out, it makes clunking noises and squeaking, and not the normal clunking and squeaking noises. I know what a normal machine should sound like. So this is on its way out, so that is going to be one of my goals. But at the moment our big PC is broken, so I think that's going to be our priority, even though I did just spend all the business money buying more fabric. So it really depends how good this Harry Potter related launch goes. Depends on how soon I can get this fixed and everything else fixed. So it's really exciting when you have a small business. So we no longer rely on my husband or my income. This is all solely the business's income, because we don't get profit or anything. We turn it around, and I think that's really important when you have a small business. Some people need the income, but sometimes it's better to put the money, leave it, have a separate bank account, and put it back into the business, keep things rolling and bringing out new stuff, which is what we're doing. So that's why I can come out with so much stuff, because whenever someone purchases something, I go, okay, that money can go towards this or that. And that's why I made those small business charts as well, because that's exactly what I do. I have a little saving goal that I want to achieve. And sometimes things break unexpectedly. Like our printer broke, and we had to buy one that was 280, including the ink. And it's a proper work one, so it's used to having lots of paper going through it, because our old one was a home one and it just wasn't keeping up with the demand. So my son's woken up, but my husband's there, so he should go in a minute. So if you're hearing a baby, that is my son. He is fine. My husband will get him. Okay, so I'm just doing this top stitch on top of the zip. Beautiful. Where have my scissors gone? There they are. My oversized scissors. So I actually have a little cutter on the side of my sewing machine. And what that does is it cuts the thread. So as soon as it comes off the machine, you may see me wave my hand like this. That's what I'm doing, is I'm cutting it with that, and then I trim it with this. So without trimming any threads, that is what it looks like. And the thread really does blend with the fabric, so that's why I use ones that match. Oh, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful night too, darling. It's been a good night. We are taking orders and making them on our live as well, which is super exciting. There's so many loose threads because the edges. Okay, let me just find which ones are from where. There we go. These are my favourite scissors, and they're from Aldi when they did those special big buys. I don't shop there much anymore, but when someone told me that they are selling sewing scissors, I was like, oh my god, I need 10 packs. So I did that. Beautiful. And then these are the stitches, the threads that are on the top. So just trim those off. Always trim your threads, guys. It's much neater and much more professional. So the only loose threads here are from the edges. So let me zip this up and show you guys just how nice that zip has turned out. That is probably the best zip I've ever done yet. I am from WA, so I'm in Perth, WA, West Australia. Where are you from? Now let me give you a follow. I always forget to follow people, so Oh, I'm already following you. What am I doing? I have the worst memory. I've done that to so many people. I'm like, oh, I'll give you a follow, and then I'm already following them. So I am going to trim my zips so it doesn't have this weird thing. And it's plastic, and because it's already sewn over, that's going to be what stops the zip from going all the way through. In Sydney, that's awesome. So many people are from over east. There's not a lot of us Perth folk on here. That's awesome. Sorry, my finger's stuck in the scissors. Can't get it off. That's it, guys. I'm taking my new life as Edward Scissors Hands. Or Christine Scissors Hands. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up that zip about halfway. You can have it the whole way. You can have it halfway. It's completely up to you. As long as it's open and it's going to be a big enough gap for you to flip it inside out, then it doesn't matter. You're in Perth. Woohoo! Yes, August and Poppy. Is she in WA? I thought she was over east. I could be wrong. I know you're in WA, Katie. I'm in like East Perth, so over by Midland and Swan Valley, and all that lovely hills that we have. So I'm kind of between Midland and Swan Valley, so it's like the nicer part of Midland. Because sometimes people are like, oh, where do you live? And I'm like, oh, just out of Midland. And then they're like, oh, and I'm like, no, like the good part of Midland, like, you know, where the families grow up and it's just nicer. Like the tight-knit community Midland, not the, you know, not so great Midland. Yes, you're in Mandurah. I swear we've had this conversation before, because I'm from Mandurah as well. I could be wrong. But your name does look very familiar, Pauline. I'm from Mandurah. I grew up there. And when I moved out, I was like, I'm going to go past Perth and then some. But I do miss Mandurah. It's a very lovely place. So I'm just sewing the outside layers together. So good sides together. We're going to sew the whole way around. We're not going to leave a gap. We're going to leave a gap in the inside layer to flip through. Because then we can top stitch it and you won't be able to see it. Whereas if it was the top layer, you would see the stitch very easily. So I'm just making sure they're all lined up. You can use pins to line everything up. I just like to do it freehand. Just out of Mandurah, yes. Lots of Mandurah people. I'm from like South Mandurah, so like Dawesville, like Clifton side. Again, the nice part, because it's like 10 minutes walk to the estuary and a 15-minute walk to the beach. It was really good there, whereas now in Midland, you just get that dry heat in summer. It's horrible. I'm going to what I call debulking. I don't know if that's the proper terminology for it. I'm not all that great with my terminologies. I usually use them in the wrong context. So I got these shearers. No, that's not the word. I've forgotten the name. No, don't be sorry, Sarah. It's fine. What are these called? I know the name, it's just my brain's not working. But anyway, they help when you cut it. It makes the fabric less bulky when you turn it right side through, and it helps not get loose threads. I'll remember it in like 10 minutes and I'll just yell it out. Pinking shears. Yeah, you bet me to it. I just remembered because I was like, oh, it's something to do with the colour. So I think pink. Yeah, pinking shears, that's the one. Gosh, it took me a little bit. My brain is just in another world today. Lots of stressful stuff has happened today. So I'm just trying to take it easy and have a good time. And we're doing pretty well so far. My mermaid's came today. Yes! They are very good. They're very expensive. These ones were probably the cheapest ones I found at the craft store, and they were about $20. All the rest were about $60 to $120. And they're heavy as well, so when you're cutting, because they have these triangles, so when you're cutting, it's kind of, you're going to put a little bit of elbow grease into it. But they are amazing. My life has been different since owning them. I'm so glad you like the scrunchies. I've been making so many. I'm pretty sure you have like my entire collection. You got yours in the UK. They have nice stuff over there as well, like good quality stuff. My husband's from England, from Warsaw, and I think it was Mark and Spencer's, the clothing shop there, and it's like my kids are wearing his old stuff, and it's still really good quality, and it's warm because it's from England, so you know they stay very warm, but the quality of clothing over there is so much better than in Australia as well. And chocolate. The chocolate's better. I just missed out on the pink and blue mermaid one. It's so pink and blue mermaid one. Is it? Oh, okay. So there's one blue. And I don't think there's any more pink. But I've got one blue, and I've got the rainbow one. Was that the one that you got? The rainbow? Okay, I'm going to check and make sure that is definitely on my website, because I know I have to update my scrunchies, because I made some, and I was like, okay, I'll put that many up. But then I made more than that. Sorry. Some of them say that I have less stock than I actually do. Mermaid Mystic is out. The purple one is out. We got one of the blue, 3 of the rainbow. We have more than 3 of the rainbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to update that while I'm here. We got 5 of the rainbow ones. I have to go through all of them, but we're definitely out of the purple one. I am hoping to get more. But I did just buy a lot of fabric, so it's probably going to be a little while before I buy more. I think I'm temporarily banned from the craft shop at the moment. Very good quality. Yeah, I love it. I kind of want to move to England with my husband, but I think I'd miss my family so much. Someone's messaged me on my business account. You guys are more than welcome to message me on my business account, or like any account. Oh, it's a request to buy from someone. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. But yes, custom orders as well. More than welcome to message me on any of our socials. I use all of them. I have them all on my phone. It's just whether I have the time to just sit down and respond back. Look at another one. Am I going on live on TikTok? Yes. Sometimes it's been a really rough afternoon. My kids have been in a mood, so I haven't gotten back straight away to everyone, because we've had computer troubles on our other computer and this one as well. So it's getting there. We're getting there. But my iPad tells me straight away as soon as an order comes through. But we do make custom orders as well, guys. Some things that I will learn something new just so that someone can have what they're after. But some things are a little bit out of reach, and I'm not, like, I could maybe do them, but I'm not at that level of being comfortable to make it and sell it to someone yet, because I don't think it's like that good of a quality yet. So there's some things that I am still learning, but I am getting there. It's just scrunchies and pouches I'm really great at making, so I'm learning a whole lot more stuff. And it's great, you guys keep throwing ideas at me and love it. More motivation. So we sell key rings as well. I need to put that on there. Is that on there? No. I need to put more on that. Actually, I need to finish sewing this. Sorry, I'm doing that thing where I talk without doing stuff. It's great. This thread, it's like a bluey green. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me... Is that a fluffy one hanging up? Yes, that's our extra, extra large one. That's the fluffy one. That one, that was so good to make. Like, the feeling, I was like, oh my god, I made this. It looks amazing. Because I made it on a live with you guys. It's really good. And it's thick as well, so it's comfortable. Yeah, it's so soft. I have so much of the fabric left. I bought the whole bolt, or it's like the whole roll, but they call it a bolt in the sewing crafting community. Don't know where they got that from. I'm really intrigued now. But yeah, it's really comfortable. My hair's too short to wear it because I made it for thicker hair, so my hair is just below my ears, and I have very thick hair, so I had to cut it in a way that kind of thinned it out a little bit. And I made those like the day after I did it, and I was like, my hair was just doing that wispy thing where it comes out the sides and at the bottom. And I was like, oh, because I make my scrunchies for thick hair and for thin hair, but it has the option to go for thick hair as well, just because everyone in my family has very thick hair, so we're always trying to thin it out. But I actually put a photo up on our Instagram. My 2-year-old son, his hair's getting quite long because we let it grow out in winter because it's freezing. And he wanted to help me with like triangling out the scrunchies, because I make some for myself as well, which is like a pretty cool part of the job. And he wore it, and it actually did really well in his hair. It stuck in there. So honestly, they're toddler approved as well, and they're really great for thick hair. It's just because the way, like, they still sit in my hair, but all my hair that doesn't quite reach that spot in my head is just wisping out. So I look quite funny with that one. Okay. So we're going to leave that little gap. If ever you guys want to watch anything or like watch anything to learn or stuff like that, we do upload everything to YouTube. I am a bit late for the past 4 days, I think, 3 days. What day is it? Thursday. So it would have been from Monday onwards, I believe. Was it Monday? Okay. Well, from somewhere a few days ago, because my computer has run out of internal memory, so that's why I'm trying to get that working again, and then my other computer's not even turning on, so I'm running between the two. So I'm just finishing up the inside of this pouch, so then we can flip it right side through, iron it a little bit. We might wait till the end till we do the other one to iron, so they can be done at the same time, so I don't have to turn my iron on and off again, because I'm one of those people that forgets that they leave stuff on. So I'm making a pouch, so I've got these really cute Harry Potter ones that I'm making, and I made scrunchies as well. There's going to be a big launch of all the different Harry Potter stuff as well coming. I don't know when yet. I had the idea yesterday on the live, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to make it happen. It's just about getting the time, because my kids are in daycare Wednesday to Friday, so that's my working days, or the days where I book all the appointments I need for myself, or do all the food shopping, all that stuff. So it's all about having that time. But my husband said he's going to help me tomorrow, so who knows, it could be next week. I don't usually launch stuff on the weekend, just because my husband's home, my kids are home, and it's very full on. Like, if you have kids, you know it's non-stop, and I do like to try and spend the nights. But if orders come through, I record them, And I still upload them. So every order is recorded, whether it's on the live, whether it's a video then uploaded to TikTok, everything gets recorded. Just because every order is so special. It's I don't want it to be ever about how much you pay. It's always like everyone should be made to feel special. So I'm just pushing the corners out, guys. I'm using the tip of my scissors to push them out. Thank you for the likes. That's awesome. How many likes do I have now? 1.3, guys. My goodness, you guys have been tapping away while I'm having a good old chat over here. So yes, pushing out the corners makes it much neater, much like clean. It makes it really clean. Like when you buy a makeup pouch from the shops, you want it to be like you have an expectation of it. And handmade stuff, you should have an expectation too, even though it's handmade. We do sometimes have these little quirky things about them, and sometimes every piece is different as well. So I still have some expectation that it is to be neat. That's why I'm trimming all the threads as well. This is gonna look amazing. Part of me is like, okay, let's release it now, but then I'm like, no, do the launch. So then we're gonna, because that's why you need the zip open, so you can push it through this way. Mum needs a break on weekend. Yes, I don't really get one, but I need one. I think my husband works Sunday, so he gets Friday, Saturdays off. So that's basically, that looks amazing. That's basically my weekend. Because the kids are in daycare Friday, so that's time for him and I to, again, do appointments, do whatever it is we need to do work, like at home, clean up the house, do the yard, anything we could do without worrying about the kids, like grabbing gardening poisoning or stop starting. So we get all the housework done. I love this already. I will be ironing it after I do the red one, just because I can iron them at the same time. But I'm threading. I'm going to finish this up, seal it up, and then we'll move on to the red one so I can switch my, what's I call it? Thread. I was going to say bobbin. Well, I do need to swap my bobbin as well. But it is the thread that I need to change. This is really cute, guys. So it's a little puffy because I need to iron it. But that's, I love that. Just gonna use my fingers now, make sure it's all in the corners. Make sure that there's no slip-ups. For someone that only speaks English, guys, and I say this every live, for someone that only speaks English, my English absolutely sucks. I don't know if that's like an Australian thing, like we're just so used to using slang, or what it is, but my English sucks. Cool. So what we're going to do is there's going to be a little gap on the inside that we need to sew. I always check the outside and make sure everything is perfect, and then I will sew the inside, because if you sew the little hole in here and then you're like, oh, this doesn't look right, then you do need to unpick this, and it's work that doesn't need to be done. So it's really important that you check as you go, ensuring that every seam is neat. And it does take practice. Oh my goodness, Thor's here. What you doing? This is Thor. He's checking up on me. I did take him out to the toilet before the live, because I know he likes to come in and tell me, oh, it's toilet time or it's bedtime. Are you coming out to say hello? Yeah. So this is Thor. If you are new to meeting Thor, he is the 45 kilogram bull mastiff cross staffy, and he's the biggest baby. He's your baby. Aren't you? He thinks he's a lap dog, but you like this one? Yeah, I just made it. You think it's cute? I think it's cute. I think you're cute. And he is like my best friend, but don't tell my husband that. It does look so cool. It's gonna look great with names on it as well. Do you see this, guys? His head is like the same size as mine. You're a sook, you're gonna get dog fur everywhere, you know that. Are you a baby? Are you a baby? He's telling me he's a baby. He is spoiled. He is so spoiled. We bought him new new IQ toys, so toys that he has to work to get the treat for, because he's used to just getting treats. And he's meant to be on a diet, so don't tell my vet, but he still gets treats. Are you a baby? I got him when he was 7 weeks, so when he was like 4 kilos or something like that. So he still thinks that he is that size. Okay, you need jumpy, buddy. And he loves ear rubs. But if he could be on my lap like a cat or a lap dog, he would all the time. He'd be in here and I'd roll the seat back and you'd see him on my lap. But he's just so huge and a big baby. Where are you going? Come love me. Come love me. He is just the biggest. He's probably a bigger baby than my kids are. He really doesn't realise how big he is though. The amount of times he walks past my 1-year-old who's starting to walk and just knocks him over, or his tail as well. He's big personality. Everyone in this house is big personality. Thor, guys, I think he's found the litter box. Thor. That's so... Dogs are so nasty. Go away. No, you're not allowed in here anymore. No, you smell. Go. No. You're nasty. Guys, why are dogs like that? Go. Go lay on your bed. That's so gross. Thought no. God. He knows how to open the door. That was a trick I taught him a while ago in case I ever got locked out when I lived in a share house with him, about unlocking the door. But he gets very territorial about the cat going to the toilet. So, as bull mastiffs do. Oh, sorry. You've got 4 dogs, 35 kilos. Oh, your poor knee. A 73 kilo bull mastiff. Holy crap. So he's on the smaller side. So my vet was wrong when she said he needs to go on a diet then. I'm going to tell her that. I'll be like, he should be 73 kilos. I mean, he's crossed with a Staffy, which is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Some people, they kind of look like pit bulls. So they're chunky. They have that little waddle. And the big head, so that's where he's like halfway between a Staffy and a Bull Mastiff. But he's thick. And he knows he's thick as well. Yeah, so that's Thor. That is big. I need a dog that big, but I think my husband would disown me at that point. Because he thinks Thor's too big, and I'm like, no, like I'm 6 foot, so when Thor is on his back legs, he is like here on me, but he's chunky as well. I love big dogs. The smaller dogs seem to think that they're bigger, and the big dogs seem to think that they're smaller. I've fallen on my face. Oh my gosh. When I first moved in here 3 years ago, my landlord came over and she was like, show me like what stuff does. And because he's very excitable, I had him on the lead, just trying to get him used to that, because he's not aggressive or anything. Like you'd think he was if you walked past my house and saw him barking, you'd be like, oh my God, run. But he's not. And so when she came over, we were talking about the grout in the bathroom, I think, because there was like a little bit missing, and I was like, oh yeah, I can fill that in, no stress. And she turned around and he just jumped on her, and she's about 5'3", so he's taller than she is, and she actually fell in the bathtub, and I remember thinking, oh my god, my lease is over. This is it. This is how it happens, because my dog pushed my landlord into the bathtub, and I was just like, nah. Like, that's probably the worst thing that has happened. But he's one of those dogs that you're always at the vet for, because he eats stupid stuff as well. Like socks. I'm out of socks because my dog eats them. My toddler takes them to daycare. My husband threw them out, or because they get holes in it, because my dog tries to eat it and he can't. And so it's just, everyone needs to leave my socks alone. I had to buy more from Kmart the other day. So I hope nobody takes them. Yeah, he ate half corn cob once, and they had to take it out of his intestine, and it was so gross. I don't know why, but the vet thought it was a good idea to show me it after. I was like, why would you do that? Now I'm never going to eat corn, and it's taken me about 4 years to eat corn, and my husband, he's just started buying corn on the cob again, and I'm like, I can't look at it. I don't want it. I don't, like, yeah. And he used to eat Gaviscon as well, and that made him quite sick. And then what else did he have? He had CLR. He found a container when I lived with my ex, and he left it out, knowing that Thor eats anything he can find. So yeah, he's one of those dogs that has frequent visits to the vets, but he also donates blood as well to the emergency vet. So because he's so people and food orientated, they just feed him chicken while he sits there and donates blood. It's really great. And that helps when the dogs come in and they need blood transfusions and stuff. So perfect. Alright, so we're going to iron this after we've done the red one, so I don't have to turn my iron on and off, because then I will probably forget about it and leave it on the whole time and then burn myself. So that is the pouch unironed, so it is going to be a little neater. That is actually really cute. And those are personalizable as well, so those you can have your name, a business name, a quote. My son's boxer vomited on his door. Oof. I thought my dog swallowed a tennis ball. Oh man, that would have freaked me out. Some dogs actually swallow tennis balls. It's crazy. That I think, what was it, Malamutes or German Shepherds are the ones that the vets see most, because they swallow tennis balls because they're so excited that they chase it and then they swallow it. I don't know why. It's such a weird fact to have, but that's from what I remember, because I did vet studies and stuff, but I just didn't. I was one of those people that didn't really have the stomach for it, and I wouldn't be able to help sick dogs because I'd be so emotional. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make stuff instead. Midlife crisis at 26. So I'm just gonna change this thread over because I like it to be matchy. Oh, my crochet stuff's coming out apparently. There we go. I've got my cute crochet book, which I have no idea what anything in it means yet. That's how new I am to crocheting, but I will get there eventually. So I need a red. My puppy poodle chews everything. I love poodles. Are they going to be like one of those like proper poodles, or like proper? I say proper, I mean big poodles, or a toy poodle, or and a puppy as well. That puppy phase is so hard. I do not miss it at all, because that Thor was just crazy, eating furniture and then sitting in it like he was proud. I think because when they're teething, they need something soft, but you know, able to take their chewing. So they chew on everything. And I remember one time I actually woke up and his baby tooth, it must have been on my pillow or something, because I rolled over and I had this tooth embedded in my cheek, and it was his puppy tooth, and it was so weird because at that point I had just got him and had him for a few months. I didn't even realize at that point that could happen. For some reason I just thought that dogs always had the same teeth, so it did take me a while, but I learnt that anyway in the animal studies. So it was an adventure. I got him when I was just freshly moved out of home in a shared house with other people, and they had cats. So he's used to cats, but he's just such a jerk sometimes. Oh, big standard. He chews like something. Oh my gosh. Spray vinegar on it, or what was the other one? Vinegar, eucalyptus oil, or Vicks is what I used to use. But it could just be that they need like a stick or something, because sometimes it's their back teeth that need it, because they just need to chew because they're teething. But my God, that's I remember the anxiety of coming home from work, sitting in my car and being like, all right, what's going to be destroyed now? How much is this vet trip going to cost me? And it was horrible. But now it's like starting to settle. He's 6 now, so while he's 6 in 20 days, he will be 6 years old. He's gorgeous, but a very, very naughty boy. I could imagine, because they're so cute, they get away with it a little bit as well. Well, it did with Thor, but now I think he's like the best thing since sliced bread. Is that still a saying? I don't know if that's still a saying or like an older person saying. I don't even know anymore. But it is a saying to me. But yeah, he is, in my eyes, now that he's older, I'm like, oh, he can't do any wrong. Like, but then sometimes he steals food from my babies, so I'll go into the kitchen and he will get up off his bed, walk up to my 1-year-old, take whatever he's eating and go back to his bed. So he steals food off babies, so that's the only time I get really upset at him. Because then I have to make more food, and it's just not that great. You want your dog to be well behaved around children and stuff, and he is. He's really great with kids. He will give a little growl, like not a proper like growl, I'm gonna bite you. He just does a like a rumble when the kids are near him. So if I say I go out to the kitchen again, and my 1-year-old is just like run crawling. He does this weird spider run crawl thing up to the dog, and he's very curious, and sometimes he'll sit on his leg or something like that. And so we do have to be mindful for that little rumble, and like run in there and be like, oh, good Thor, and like, oh, we don't sit on the dog, and try and do that. Oh my God, it's almost 10, guys. I usually finish up at 10. Oh crap, poked myself with a needle. Yes, we are making orders, guys. Don't mind me having a chat about dogs. I'm very much a dog person. I swear dog people are like, yeah, love dogs, and then cat people are like, yeah, I have a trash gremlin. Like, I have one of those. The crate can't leave him on the loose when I do not blame you at all. Your dog growls when you say no. A little bit sassy then. I'm glad my dog doesn't do that. I would be like... Okay, so we're doing the top stitch for the zip. We haven't had any more orders coming, guys, but we've had one order today, so that is awesome. if Sarah is still on here, Sarah Toner, she's doing her first live tomorrow night, so make sure you guys are checking her out. She's got heaps of stuff coming. I'm not sure if her website's up yet. I've got to ask, but if you are on here, Sarah, we are all rooting for you, and I can't wait to join you tomorrow night. It's on my calendar and everything. We'll have to do something super special. Okay, just lining this back up again. I do also do custom orders as well, guys. So I made a custom order for my friend Jenny not too long ago on a live, actually. And you guys would have watched me make some dog bandanas. So if that's something you guys are wanting as well, let me know. Because I don't know if I should put them on the website or not. But if people are definitely interested, I would be more than happy. But at the moment, they are just a custom order. So you can request them, and I can give you a quote. Beautiful. So let's trim these threads. Oh, sorry, I'm missing chat. I wish there was another store other than Spotlight. It's so expensive. Yeah, Spotlight is crazy at the moment. I only go there when there's sales. If there's no sales, then it's not for sale. That's what my grandma says. And I've picked up that motto very well. Because if something's full price, I'm like, nah, I'm just going to wait a little bit and see. But yes, definitely. There is a website called Spoonflower as well. They do have 20% off their fabrics at the moment. I got the email this morning. So I check my emails every morning to see if custom orders have come through, or any orders in general. I get an email about it. And they are on Etsy as well. And a lot of the small business sellers on Etsy have their fabrics on sale because people are trying to get off Etsy at the moment because the fees are so high. So I think everyone's just trying to sell their stuff. Also to bring in new season stuff as well. Perfect. So that is that zip. There you go. Let's sit there. It's really good. Really turned out. Quite proud of that. So let's cut this, trim it. Then we're going to sew the outside together, and then we're going to sew the insides together. And I will need to change my thread to a yellow one after, just so it's invisible. Well, they say invisible. You can see it if you look very, very, very closely. But if not, it's basically invisible. You don't pay much attention because it's inside it, which is great. That's why I prefer doing the inside rather than the outside like that. So let's get and Spoonflower, people design stuff and upload it to Spoonflower, so it's actually local artists as well. So it is technically supporting another small business, just in case you're ever wondering. Now, Pinking Shears, I remember the name this time. I'm going to use that to debulk it. I learnt to sew, ooh, how old am I now? I'm 26, so my grandma taught me to sew very early on. I had a sewing machine through high school and I did sewing classes there. And then I stopped, and then I started again 2 years ago. I bought this sewing machine 2 years ago, and I just made custom orders for people as a hobby. And that's how it started. But now it's a business. We have an ABN, we have stock, and it's completely different now. It's crazy. So that's how that started. It was kind of my grandma. She lived with us for a while, and she was very much like a second mum to me. So she taught me sewing and crafting and crocheting. She even made me a sewing book as well, which I still have. It's a little golden book that she made. She decorated it and she gave me all these buttons, and I didn't know what to do with it because I was so young. I was probably about 8, I think. I feel like I was about 8. I was at that age that I could remember, but not, like I didn't know how to do many of the things because I was a kid. I was very active. I was an outdoor kid. I was a neighborhood kid. The kids that are always on their bikes, going to the park, making tree houses at the park. So I was couldn't sit still, whereas now I actually find peace in doing this because I feel a sense of accomplishment when I finish doing stuff. And I'm not very outdoorsy anymore. I think puberty hit me and I was like, you know what? Indoors is pretty cool. I could probably sit down for a little bit, and then I just never got up. So since becoming a mum, since having my son, and I think it was just before the pandemic hit, I got this sewing machine, which was a few months after my son was born. My first son was born. And so I learnt to sew when he would be sleeping, like relearnt to sew, like got a routine for it. And then I started getting people wanting like big lots of face masks. So I think I did about 200 face masks, but they were canvas ones. So they were a Father's Day thing a school was doing. So they had canvas so the kids could draw like a face, like a superhero face, or personalize it. So I think that was a really special Father's Day gift. And then we got married October last year, so I had a bit of a break there. And I fell pregnant on our honeymoon. I know. And I have 2 boys, and my second son is now 1, and I've just started this up on May 30th. We got registered as a business, so May 30th was the start date for the business, and we have made we're almost at $2,000 in sales now, so it's really great. It's really kicking off, and we've had really good support as well, and a lot of people request different things. Like I will make a fabric in one thing and they're like, hey, can I order that fabric but in something else? So I do that, but eventually I want to like broaden it a little bit, sew clothes, because I have an overlocker as well, so I can sew seams on clothes. It's just about having the mindset to sit there and learn it and be patient with myself as well, because it's such a learning experience. So at the moment my new thing is crocheting, and I've learned how to do a few chains, but I'm still learning. So my friend actually made me this, so she's kind of inspired me a bit. She made me these, and it's got like baby octopus inside, and she's made me a giant unicorn as well, and it's so cute, but it's like stuck up on there, and if I grab it all the paperwork's going to come down. But you guys will see it on live in a few days anyway when I get my monitor fixed. Are you going to have any more kids? Well, I actually got told I couldn't have kids, so it was a very, very big surprise to my husband and myself that we fell pregnant in the first place. So we were only together 3 months when I fell pregnant because, I got told I couldn't have kids, so I was like, okay, and then after my first son, I was like, okay, I know that I can have kids, but I don't think it will happen again. So that happened, and now I have 2 boys, and I am done. Like, I thought I would be one of those mums that would have one and done. Like, I was done, but our second was a surprise because, it's a honeymoon. You've got to have some fun, but we had a little bit too much fun and made another baby. but my blood type's O negative and his is O positive, so which I knew would be a problem, because he was very undersized. He was very sick when he was born because our blood mixed, so my body thought it was attacking, what was it, like an object that's foreign to the body. So it was pretty traumatic when he was born, seeing how small he was. His last ultrasound a few weeks before he was born said he was more than that, but then when he was born he was very small, very sick, and they said, look, if it's going to be very unlikely that you do have another one, just because my body now knows that will be a foreign, like the baby will be a foreign object, and it will you know, yeah. Sorry, I just had like a mental blank there. Anyway, I'm like talking too much. Story of my life. Yeah, I love my kids, but I think I'm definitely done. My husband. Wow, that's embarrassing. My husband wants to try for a girl, like one day, like, you know, not for a few years. But I know our luck would be another boy. So I'm like, mentally I can't take it. Physically I can't take it, and financially as well. So we've picked up like, okay, you know, these things can happen to me now. And we are very, very lucky, as we have, you know, gone through some things. So we are still very grateful for that. So guys, I'm just trying to rewind my bobbin. My bobbin ran out. But yes, they're both rainbow babies as well. So they're very, very, very special. Let me just get rid of that thread. That thread was too long. Oh, that's not the hole. There's like two dots. One's a hole and one's the Brother logo, because I'm using a Brother sewing machine, and I always get the two confused. There we go. So I'm just using my machine to do the bobbin, and the bobbin is what's underneath, and that sews your bottom loop to connect them. Yes, very lucky. They are my miracles. They are amazing. There we go. Had two boys and had two girls. Oh, that is amazing luck. Because surprisingly, it's the male chromosomes. It's the men that decide if it's going to be a boy and a girl. So my husband would be like, oh, you know, it's going to be a girl. And I'm like, no, I can feel it's a boy. And then it's the, you know, the denial, like, no. And it's like, no, your chromosomes and stuff chose it out. So I did stir him up about that quite a lot. So, and they are very energetic, big personality, big emotion boys as well. They are very in touch with their emotions, which is great, because we're trying to like not have that masculine stereotype, like not grow up like that, which is awesome. So it's like I'm learning to parent as I go, and learning from other parents and kids and stuff. What was that? My machine just made a very weird clunking noise then. Goodness, it's 10:07. Guys, place your orders, use the 10% discount code as well. And if you spend over $50, sorry, I had a mental blank again. If you spend over $50, you get free shipping Australia-wide as well, which is awesome. I'm just doing that gap on the inside one. after this is done, guys, I am going to have to go. I have so many house duties to do. I kind of put them aside when it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, nope, I got to go do my live. And then afterwards, it's kind of the finishing packing, or doing the packaging slips for the orders, the shipping labels, sorry. And doing a quick clean up of the house and getting everything ready for tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I'm missing more. I just have little Adam. He's adorable though. I was in shock when I got myself glass hair. Really? Boys are easy, aren't they? Oh, my boys are intense. They are very, very intense. Like, I've got cousins and nieces that are girls, obviously nieces girls, and I found them to be more full on, whereas me, I kind of knew when I was younger I would be a boy mum. They're just different. I don't know. They're just very different. We're a very unique breed. Very different parenting. But they can scream like girls. It's the clothes, boys just wear whatever. Girls, a different story. I don't know. My son is learning the word no at the moment. And I will be like, oh, come on, let's put this shirt on. And there's dinosaurs on everything because they're obsessed with dinosaurs. And he's picked up that we say, I've said no. So this means no, and he's picked up on that, and so now he goes, I've said no, but he does it very dramatically when we're trying to get him changed, and it's usually when he's getting changed for daycare. So we're like, my other son's screaming at me, like, let's go in the car, I'm dressed, what did you get me dressed for, kind of thing. And then my 2-year-old's like, nah, I'm gonna go in my pajamas. And I actually let him go in his pajamas the other day because I was just like so tired, and the daycare took pictures and put it up on the app like they always do, and I saw him and I was like, man, what have I done? So now he just wants to wear his pajamas to daycare. So I've started something that I probably really shouldn't have started, but sometimes it's just better for everyone if he just goes to daycare in his pajamas. I guess boys back in the day were different than today. Yeah, we're doing a very different style of parenting as well. Like, instead of like, even my parents picked up on it as well. Instead of being like, okay, let your anger out on a punching bag, or sit and think about your feelings, it's more communicating and allowing him an opportunity to communicate with us. Sometimes he just screams, and then it's like, okay, it's a bit much, I'm just gonna let you sit there and just have your time. But sometimes it is a lot of talking about emotions, and it's very tiring for us, but for him, I know it's going to be beneficial in the end, because when he meets someone, he's going to know how he's feeling. He's going to know that it's okay to talk about those feelings, which is what today is also about. It's Are You Okay Day today. And that's like my end goal. I just want to raise my kid to not be an asshole. So I'm not saying every other kid raised back in the day is assholes. I'm just saying that's my main goal that I'm trying to achieve. Or spoiled. That's another one. I don't want him to be spoiled. I want him to like appreciate what he has, and make him aware as well. So it's really weird. I want to mother him, but at the same time, I want him to be my best friend and confide in me, and not be like, oh, my mum's going to kill me, but more like, I should go tell my mum so I can get like my feelings out and stuff. Adam lives in his hoodie. Well, that's a easy change then. Just send him in his hoodie. I love the hoodies. I don't have one yet, but they look freaking comfy. I have a Thor. That's what I have. I don't have an hoodie. I have a Thor. And 2 kids that think I am a jungle gym. Because apparently I am. the amount of bruises that I have on my stomach and torso from them standing on me, when I just give up and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to lay on the floor. You guys can do whatever. I'm done, like mentally and physically. They think it's the greatest thing. Like, I'm just squishy and you can jump on me. So they think it's the best. So we're going to iron these as well. Trim these back. We are making orders though too, guys. Don't forget to place orders. Please. I need a new sewing machine. No, I probably won't get a sewing machine for a while. Until it like fully breaks, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I suppose I better get a new one. There we go. Beautiful. So, turn that off. If I don't do a live tomorrow, guys, I will be making videos, and I will be on social media as well. So if you're wanting to place orders or get a quote for a custom order, I will be there. It's just I will be in and out of the house doing errands, but I will be making orders. My Ed is calling me. Oh, you have a good night too, darling. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. I think my bed is calling me too. I've got a bit of a migraine. Me too. What are you launching tomorrow? Is your website going to be up tomorrow, or is it going to be like just a live chit chat? I'm really excited. It's on my calendar and everything. Yes, get some rest. Definitely. The weekend's coming. Better save that energy for the weekend. I'm just getting rid of all these threads. Okay. There's threads on the desk anyway, so... Oh no, where is my iron? There it is. Fingers crossed. Rev is getting the algorithm fix. Oh no! Oh no! I hope it's gonna work out. Oh. I need to order from you. I need some stuff. I don't know what yet, but I need it. Maybe we can do a Harry Potter launch together. You can do some wax melts and stuff, and I can do the scrunchies and pouches and whatever else pops into my head. I think I'm gonna kidnap my husband tomorrow and make him cut me out all the stuff. Iron helps us play. What? Iron helps us play. Iron play. So this is very hot in my face. I probably shouldn't have it that close. My goodness. I'm super excited. Tired, but excited. Simpsons. Oh, I haven't seen The Simpsons in so long. My husband is more the Simpsons one. Oh my god, does Adam love The Simpsons as well? Because the next time you order something, I have some fabric I can make him something. It's a Mr. Burns one that glows in the dark. Hang on, let me show you. I'll just see if I can find it, or if it's like deep in my closet that I'm gonna have to go to Narnia to find it. Let me have a look. Yeah, I got some left. So I'd love to make Adam something as well that he can like take to school, show his friends and all that. How much do I have? I made a pillowcase for my husband and my son, and it's glow in the dark. So it's the Mr. Burns when he's that alien from his medication, from his radiation tablets, was it? See, I remember some things from The Simpsons, and some things I have no recollection of. It's really weird. I think we just watched the reruns on TV, like whatever they put on there was what he watched. yeah, that would be awesome. I'll get some ideas, and next time you order, I'll chuck it in there. Oh, and I have Batman fabric too. I bring you love and joy. Yeah, that one. I remember that because it was like freaky. I just remember sitting there staring at the TV and I was like, what's going on? But yes, they sell it, and my husband saw it and he was like, can you make me a pillowcase? And then I was like, but then I'm going to have to make our son a pillowcase because he's going to want yours. And so he's like, okay, fine, we'll get enough for both pillowcases. So I did. And then he got a Batman one and, what was it, Mandalorian one. And so I have all this fabric left over from things that, like pillowcases, that I don't know what to use for. So I'll have to think of something. Beautiful. That is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Look at that, guys. And it's got the bright yellow inside. That was such a really good colour match. I was a bit, you know, optimistic, and it really did pay off in the end. That is perfect. And these are going to be customizable as well, guys. So you can put your names on them, your business names, a quote. You can put swear words. I will do anything you put. No judgment here. Just making sure it's all pushed out to the sides. And we do have more Isopol covers, some colours as well, guys. And those stubby holders will be coming as well, because I just got some more today. What else? Lots of stuff coming. And bookmarks are on the website now as well, and they're on the Etsy. A little bit more. Oh, sorry. Say that to Reg all the time. Loves Doctor Who so much I bought him. Stop it. Make his own Dalek as well. Did I show you my tattoo? I feel like I have, but I'm not sure if it was you or if a lot of people that watch just love Doctor Who. Because I was meant to get a TARDIS and David Tennant tattoo like together with some roses, but the tattoo artist had some trouble. Yes, with the roses. Yeah, that's the one. And she was like, oh, you know, it's going to take a bit more time. It's going to cost more because the amount of detail. And I was like, what if we just do a Dalek with roses? And she was like, yep, that's fine. We'll do that. So she designed me a Dalek with roses for my arm. I was 20 when I got it. And I remember just wanting to fall asleep. And I was actually falling asleep. I was so tired. Because it's on my arm, my upper arm, it didn't really hurt. So I just fell asleep in the tattoo chair. And then when I got one of my ankle, it tickled. And I kept laughing. And the guy's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, it's in that weird spot where it hits the nerve and your foot kind of goes like this. So every time he was doing a really intense part, my foot was just like kicking him. And so I couldn't stop laughing. So this is a Slytherin one. So if that's your house. It's the same on both sides. And what colour? Blue! I'm not too sure about the blue. But, again, optimistic. Alrighty guys, so there are no more orders. So I may go now. I'm catching up on some Peter Capaldi. Yes, I think I stopped watching about halfway through Peter Capaldi. I haven't seen the new one and I've forgotten her name already. I'm so bad with names. But yeah, I am really behind on Doctor Who. But yes, I need to get some Doctor Who stuff as well, because that would be amazing. Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings, some Batman, Mandalorian, Harry Potter. I'm looking at these pouches and they're just so cute. I just want to hug it. I was the same because I love that. Same. I love them. They just made it so much better. But yes, alright. No new orders have come through. So I am going to head off. I will be back tomorrow night, guys. So if you place your orders between now and 8 p.m. tomorrow, I'll make it on the live so you can see it all made. And if it's on the weekend, I will still record it and chuck it up on TikTok. And I really look forward to what you have planned, Sarah, as well for tomorrow night. I'm a little bit too excited. What time are you going on in your time zone? Just so I can make sure I'm watching. Because I know it's... Would it be 12:24 over there now? Because it's 10:24 here. What's it? I'm trying to math. And I am not good at math. I don't know how I've gone this far in life with having really bad math, but yeah, probably 9 p.m. your time, so that would be 7 p.m. here. Yeah, I should be able to watch you, and then if you want I could join later or whatever you want. Do your own thing. I will send you so many likes. I'll just sit there. I'm a night owl too, except now I'm getting older and kids wake me up early. I'm not so much of a night owl anymore. But yes, I will chat with you soon. And yes, I hope you guys all have a lovely night and get some rest ready for Big Friday. Yes. Alrighty, I will chat to you guys later. Alrighty, bye.